à toutes et à tous qui suivez United Rock Nations. Aujourd'hui, j'ai le plaisir d'être avec Martin Lopez de SOEN qui va nous parler du prochain album à venir, des dates de concert et comment tout cela est venu. Martin, thank you very much for being here with us.
Thanks to you.
It's great meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Yeah. So you have exciting news for SOEN fans around the world and in France especially. New album coming out on February the 1st.
Yes.
It's entitled Lotus. So you've already released 2 of the songs, Martyrs and Rival, that you guys may check out online.
Yeah.
Yeah, very exciting material and stuff to come out. So first of all, I watched some of your interviews and you talked about the recording process, and you said that it's an exciting period, it's an exciting time, but also it's very challenging. It's very demanding physically and emotionally. Did you feel that it was the same for Lotus, or does it get a bit easier with time since it's your 4th album?
I don't think it's time is the issue. I think that depends on the team you have, and it depends on if everyone has share the same vision, pretty much. And I don't think we had that before. This is the album where we actually have everyone really united and following the same path and wanting to have the same sound and choosing the same songs for the album, which made it a lot easier. I think before there's been a lot of unhealthy discussions within the band, which kind of just drains you of energy because it's such an important thing for all of us. This time I was prepared for for the recording process to be a nightmare as always, to suffer through it, as it actually is, but it went really well. And I'm really positive with the results. It's really cool.
So what did change? Did you guys, because your SOEN went through a lot of lineup changes through the years, so is it about the people, or is it about the way that you guys aligned with a vision for this album?
I think that for the most is that I have, Joe and I have a vision of how the album should be. We write the songs and we feel it should sound this way, and we never get there because there's a lot of people involved, and we're not tyrants. We have we try to keep it as democratic as possible, and somewhere along the way we start losing our vision, and we end up with an album that is not exactly what we wanted. The songs are good, but the sound is not. And this one, we all wanted the same. And we brought in David and Iñaki as producers, and those both guys had the same vision. They said, okay, I think the album should sound like this, and we will work to get you there. Okay. And we got there, so it's really rewarding.
Okay, so for Lotus, did you guys make a lot of demo tapes before you went to the studio? Did you write stuff precisely in order to respect that vision, or did you guys leave room for some improvisation and changes in the studio?
There's always a bit of improvisation, but not much, because we are really going into detail all the time, so when we actually got the songs ready, there's not much you can change besides a few bass lines, some vocal melody endings and stuff. So we already made demos. We always have the album ready before we start recording it. And so when you have all the demoing, you kind of know how those demos should sound to be as good as you expect them to be.
Okay. Well, I guess having a demo might lift the pressure a little bit, since you've got some material to rely on.
Yeah. I don't see I don't see how we could do it differently actually. Like
Yeah.
go into the studio and just jam around is not
Yeah.
really your thing. No.
I understand. So, do you? So you love in your sound. You love analog and original sounding, organic sounds, and something that I really enjoy with the album is especially the keyboard sound. There are a lot of great organs, Rhodes and keyboards and stuff. So does Lars use actual synthesizers or are these digital?
No, it's actual synthesizer.
Yeah.
It's,
Also, that's great. So do you guys use click tracks or digital enhancements to your sound, or do you try to stay as close as the actual performance as you can?
We use a click track in the studio. That's it. We don't use.
The only digital.
Yeah, that's the only. Yeah. Everything else is recorded for real. I don't know. We're too old to start using digital stuff now. It just doesn't feel real. No, you gotta play the things. You gotta play the shaker, and you gotta play a cowbell, and you gotta do it.
Especially because you have obviously years of experience as a drummer, but you also have a percussive background, so you can play a lot of different percussions as well.
Yes.
So yeah, I understand why you want to play it all by yourself.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound real. I don't know. And even if you, let's say, use digital congas or whatever, it may come through as real sometimes. Like, is that real? Is that not? But you feel it. It doesn't groove as much as a human.
Yeah, but I have to agree.
Yeah.
Definitely. So yeah, very organic sound. To you, so organic sound is very important, but also emotions. You talked a lot about putting emotions into the music. How does one manage to get the emotions through the music? I mean, the lyrics have obviously their part to play, but how do you approach the composition so that you put emotion through the music as well?
It's pretty much what we do. I think that you must just by expressing yourself. When writing songs and writing lyrics and such, you try to express yourself as who you are, and all the different levels of who you are, and also you are, in music you're allowed to go to the extremes, to be extremely aggressive, and to be extremely joyful, or or sad, or anything. So that's what you put on the song. It's not really. There's not a point in writing day-to-day happenings on a song, because those day-to-day happenings really don't have any value. So when you write music, you put everything that is strong enough to be put into music.
Nice. When do you write the songs? Do you approach them from first from a lyrical point of view, from a melodic point of view, or from a rhythmic point of view?
Depends on the song. For the most is Joel and I just get together and jam a little bit, maybe vocals on guitar, vocals on bass or something. And you quite fast get an idea lyrically. Somehow that is connected, I don't know how, but you kind of get this song should be about this or that. And then you start building, just like building a house. You build the foundations, build the rhythm, build the bass, and then you start adding guitars and such, keyboards.
Alright. In some of your Facebook posts, one of the recent Facebook, I went through your page, and you at some point you talked about how much effort you put into the record, how much emotions and dedication you put into it. And you said that you wanted it to be much more than just shallow entertainment.
Yeah.
What would you define as shallow entertainment?
Shallow entertainment. I don't want to be harsh, but most of what I hear comes out is shallow entertainment. I think it needs to be complex to the point that it makes you think that you have to focus on the music to understand it.
Yeah.
And it needs to say something. And it doesn't, in my case, I don't know, I cannot go around talking about love stories that never happened or dragons and knights. I don't know, it's not me, that's entertainment.
Okay.
Right? It needs to be real.
It's real. Yeah.
Musically, it needs to be real. It has to be more than this more than a song that this is gonna make them shake their heads. It needs to have value. It needs to be broad. It needs to be let people feel stuff, good and bad.
And relates to what you're saying as well.
Yeah, and in some cases relate, and if they don't relate lyrically, at least that they feel that what they are hearing, it's an actual happening that is that has some meaning, And you need to say something, because in our case, this is when we actually get hurt. So you need to voice your complaints of what you think is wrong, and address the issues that are fucking your life or the world we live in.
Okay, I see. So we talked about the lineup. You had like different changes of lineup through the years, and your latest addition is Cody on guitar.
Yeah.
So how did this collaboration occur, and how did you get on with the band?
Well, Marcus left, I don't know, like a month before we were going into the studio, and we had the Wacken open air show and all that. So we were fine for the recording, because I write all the riffs, and the riffs that I didn't write, Lars wrote, so we could record them. It was okay, but we needed for the show and also for the solo someone. So I started checking guitar players on Instagram and found a lot of gifted kids out there. I mean, some of them are insane. Yeah. And you started talking to some people and trying them out, but everything went well besides the soloing part. So I like just to understand what the songs need to be better, and to have that feeling. It's just you can't teach that. It's just how you feel towards melody. So I sent the track Lotus and asked people to record, asked this guy to record solos on them. And once Cody's solo came, I was listening with Lars, and we were both like,
this is it.
This is the guy, yeah,
Yeah.
like, definitely. And it came out great, because he's an amazing guy, and it really fits into the band. So I'm really happy with it.
Right. So Lotus, that's the name of the record. How did you choose the name, and what does it mean to you?
Well, it's a really loaded word. There's a lot of spirituality and mysticism behind it. So it has a lot of meaning, But I think that what mainly got it was that just that this flower growing on mud and in this really harsh landscapes. You have this beautiful thing coming out of there and kind of symbolizes art and like in the environment that we are in with all the all the shit that is happening around us and that we not ourselves but that artists everywhere are still able to make beautiful stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much the main thought behind it.
Yeah. I like this idea because you're always trying to make your listeners and fans think, and especially the cover art is very cryptic. And I mean, anyone can give his or her interpretation of the cover. This is something that you like to do. Like you like to propose a vision, but everyone is always free to interpret it the way that he or she wants.
Exactly, but that should be that's what it is about. I mean, that's what art is for me. You gotta make you think a bit, and that's going back to the shallow entertainment thing. You got everything served. It's just like
it has to be active for the spectator, for the audience. Great. Yeah, art happens. It has to be a discussion. Not just someone receiving from something.
No, exactly. Yeah. It must be. It needs to be communication.
Communication.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's really it. So this so you released 2 singles, as we said, called Rival and Martyrs, which has a music video. Could you tell us a bit more about the creative process and how you came up with this idea?
I don't really remember, but I know that we were talking within the band what we wanted to do. We had the lyrics, and we're thinking about videos that haven't been made yet. Like what issues, what is okay, what is not okay. And when we came to the topic of drag queens, it felt like, this is not really okay in the metal world. 2019, when the album is coming out. Just that made us realize that we have to do this because metal scene is really lying behind when it comes to all this, and some people, because I read some of the discussion going through, and there's a lot of political nonsense for and against it, and people try to somehow put us as we're defending this or we're defending that, or we're attacking this and moral values and all that shit, and it's just I don't care. I don't care. I'm okay with drag queens. I'm okay with drag queens doing my song and representing the band. Because I'm okay with people being whatever the fuck they want, as long as they don't hurt anyone. And that's the main thing behind the video, And we're not here to we're not really here to discuss to go deep into gender or all these issues. We have our thoughts, of course. But it's just the way that we wanted that song to be represented, for good or bad.
So yeah, that's one of the music video you released, and I can say yeah, this is very original. I mean, I haven't seen that before, especially in the metal scene. So it's great that you guys took this we can say a risk to put that out.
That is.
And you guys stand behind. I think that's a great thing. It means that you guys are true with your intentions, are both artistic and promotional. Because music video is always a bit professional, but it's also artistic.
Yes.
In a sense.
Yes. And there's of course there's many people that see the video and they're like, oh, I'm not gonna listen to you anymore. And I just can't understand it. You know, I just can't understand how you can get under the skin so much of some people just by showing men dressed as women. I just don't understand it. And it feels amazingly fun to be this provocative with such a little nothing. You know, it's I don't know.
Yeah. Well, so next year is a big year for you because the new album is coming out, and you have also tour plans in Europe starting in March, and you're going to be playing in France as well. 27th in Grenoble and 22nd here in Paris. That'll be great. We can't wait for that.
Yeah.
And this year you also re-released the previous album Likaya, and it's labeled as Revisited. It has a couple of bonus tracks in the end and also live recordings. So what was the decision to re-release that album this year?
We weren't completely happy with how Likaya turned out. Mostly the mixing, the mastering, the production of it didn't turn out that good. So we tried to save it.
Okay.
Try to kind of rescue it from it. I think it's better than the first, better than the
version.
Yeah. But I don't think either that we really got there. I don't think the label wants me to say this, but gotta be honest, and it's okay. It's a bit better. Yeah, but if you already have Likaya, there's no point really.
Okay.
Getting it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you want to add something to say to the people at United Rock Nations and all the fans about the tour, about the new releases, if you're going to do future music videos or if you have new projects going on, don't hesitate to tell us.
We have two more videos coming out before the release, and really excited to on tour, like really eager to share Lotus with our audience. So it's gonna be fun. So I hope to see you all at Paris and Grenoble.
Grenoble, yes. Yeah, it's cool that you guys play two shows in France. It doesn't happen quite often, so it's great to have you for 2 days.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Martin. Thanks for your time.
Thanks to you. Hello, this is Martin Lopez from SOEN, and you're listening to United Rock Nations.